From characters getting married in real life to the real locations of the firehouses, the Chicago universe is full of lore, and only true fans will know these facts. Starting with the sneaky start of Chicago Med. I know, at this point, it feels like all these shows have always been there.
Dr. Halstead, cardiac arrest, treatment 5. Your patient.
VFib. Charge at 200 joules. Everyone clear.
Clear.
But this medical drama was a wonderful chance that the OG show took. Of course, starting as a backdoor pilot, cause when they're done well, these become a pretty easy way to get the fandom's attention. And that's what happened when Dick Wolf introduced us to Chicago Med from Chicago Fire. I don't think any one of us needs a reminder of what happened in I Am the Apocalypse. It took a few business days to recover from, but the episode did help create the hospital setting and made it feel like a real place that had already been there. Though what drove that home was viewers connecting dots between characters, like Will Halstead's relationship to Chicago PD Jay Halstead. And that, my dear friends, made us need more info on their story.
We gotta take Dad off the vent.
No.
That can't be the last conversation I ever have with him.
Don't say another word.
What are you talking about?
We're done. Let's go. No. He's not writing anything down.
Third time this week you left wet clothes overnight. What kind of grown man can't follow a timer?
What kind of grown man buys a sword?
It felt like another window into the characters we already knew, but didn't. I mean, this episode felt like a whole storyline by itself, as Dr. Daniel Charles and Sharon Goodwin tried to control and calm a suicidal person. And then we followed Hannah saving a fireman's life. It's like this episode alone added so much to these characters. You see, for casual fans, this might have seemed like a really good episode, but those that know Chicago Fire, y'all, we could tell something was going on. But that isn't all the BTS about Chicago MD I have. Not when the show sparked some off-screen love stories. That's right. How many of you know about the off-screen couple who are happily married? Well, okay, this couple's journey didn't begin on the show, but come on, they tied the knot while being there. In my books, that marks the series as part of their story so far, especially when the fandom celebrated their marriage with so much love on social media. If you still don't know who I'm talking about, first of all, where have you been? And second, this is of course the incredible Colin Donnell, who plays Dr. Connor Rhodes, and his gorgeous wife, Patty Murray. Yes, everybody say it with me, couple goal. Thank you. They were engaged around June 19th, 2015, and just after 6 months, the couple said their vows. Is anyone surprised? Seriously, search for an interview with these two and tell me you can stop smiling at their energy together. Trust me, you can't. But remember that I said that they didn't meet on the show? Yeah, a little fun fact about them is that they met in 2013 while working on the film Love's Labor's Lost. And if that isn't the most fitting or just ironic title for their story out of this, I don't know what would have been. Now, I'm sure we're grateful for these two to have had the chance of working together. There are some stars the fans never got to see on Med, even though they were meant to appear. I'm talking about a missed opportunity for TWD to have a crossover with Chicago Med.
What is it?
Bad memories.
Of what?
I don't leave anybody behind.
At least in the sense that a beloved actor from that universe could have come onto our boat, but imagine how cool these universes combining would have been. Wicked! Either way, if you'd caught up on this news at the time, you'll know I'm talking about none other than Miss Laurie Holden. Yep, you didn't think I was going to say a big name like that, were you? But surprise, we were genuinely very close to having some different intensity on the Chicago set with her addition. She would have starred as one of the mains as well, specifically the wonderful Hannah Tramble. Though, because of family reasons, she was the one that got away. That's fair, but just imagine what the alternate reality could have looked like. One where Holden was part of another extremely successful franchise after playing Andrea in The Walking Dead. Now, no shade to the actress we have. She's fantastic, but Holden would have brought in a specific kind of fierce energy. Or maybe we've already got enough intensity with the story drama that continues to go on. Still, Holden's not the only one that could have been. John Seda, another renowned actor from the Wolf universe, might have ended up playing Antonio Dawson in Chicago Med. He's been part of the Chicago Fire universe since 2012, but we're still waiting for his appearance here. But talking of our firefighters, y'all don't even know the extent of the fourth wall break this show has done, including some actors they've brought in. Well, more like a very important politician that's gotten his wish at playing a firefighter. And honestly, it's a sure shot way to make your childhood dreams come true. This was true for the mayor of Chicago, who made a cameo in the first episode of Chicago Fire. Seriously, how could that not make you smile? Rahm Emanuel, the then mayor of Chicago, agreed to play his character in a swap for a donation to charity, which supported the widows and orphans of fallen firefighters. So, if you needed another reason to love this man, here you go. But that's not the only way Chicago gets featured in this show. I guess when you've legit got the location in your title, it'd be just wrong to not film some stuff on site. And that's what the show does anytime we're at the firehouse. Yep, that fire station is the real deal. This show was based at 1360 South Blue Island Avenue to make it as realistic as possible. I'd certainly say they got their goal, right? Especially because they've also used real firefighters as extras in some shots, which is one of the funniest BTS facts I think we could know. Come on, imagine how those professionals are silently judging the actors. I guess it'd just be more reason for them to bring their A game, but the show trying to be as real as possible hasn't always been a good thing. Like when the real world genuinely believed there was an actual accident because of the show. I know, yikes. This happened when a local TV news station told its viewers of a plane crash in the city in November 2012 while showing live coverage of the event.
Plane crash, 29th and King Drive.
Let's go to Skycam.
We are just getting word that this is being shot as part of a TV show.
You know, it explains why we didn't get anything over the scanner. I'm saying to our traffic, we're not hearing anything, nothing at all.
Which, maybe that's just another reason that made people believe the world was going to end that year. Though thankfully, it was just this insanely dramatic show doing its job a little bit too well. They corrected their info very quickly once they learned the truth. But to think it got to that, I don't think anyone in this franchise realized until then how big these series had become. Though that didn't stop them from having some on-screen drama, or at least one insanely unexpected exit from a beloved actor. Yeah, is anyone else still confused by Sean Roman's disappearance from Chicago PD? Honestly, that's certainly been one of the weirder moments in this fandom. But Brian Garrity had a more unique contract that could expire at the end of each season of Chicago PD, and so he certainly made good use of it when he suddenly decided to leave the show at the end of season 3. Now, trust me, the fandom weren't the only people surprised, and even the writers didn't know his plans. So, of course, they ran out of time to give his character a good ending. But the only statement his team released about the goodbye, or lack of it, was he's found better opportunities. Again, fair, alright, but you couldn't have given your character and fans a bit of a heads up? Still, I'll admit that did open the gates to some pretty fun fan theories. So, I think we're doing just fine. And that's all the fun facts only true Chicago franchise fans would know.